Yeah, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Sunday here with the Pick Dawgz Morning Show. You know the drill, man. We're live 365 days a year just to give you guys our thoughts and opinions and how we see today's action playing out. Yesterday, we got an early preview of what it's like to come out of the dog days of summer. Today, we're reminded exactly what those days are. 15 games of Major League Baseball, 3 games from the dub. That's it. That's all. No football today, man, but be all right. Be all right. Next week, man. Saturday, then the following week, that Thursday. Oh man. But I got a good crew of guys with me today to help break down these 18 games, ready to make some money on a money-making Sunday. I've read your comments yesterday. I read them. I read all of them. Duly noted. Ron the Don, what's happening, my man? How you doing this morning?
Good morning. You know, I might be a little bit salty because I lost a heartbreaker with Sam Houston, but I thought that this was a really crappy Week 0 card. I mean, just in terms of the entertainment value. I mean, the Stanford-Hawaii game made up for a little bit, but, I mean, that start to that Ireland game, it was some of the worst football I've seen in a long time. Sloppy. Obviously, the rain did not help, but it was, you know, if that's what we're going to see this college football season, you can keep it. I don't need to see much more of that. But I'm looking forward to next week and beyond. And you know, today is the calm before the storm.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Jovan Burtz, good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Yeah, morning. Matt Campbell did it to me again. He seems to have a knack of doing that whenever I'm fading him or fading his team. But you know, these are two closely competitive teams as far as their competition level. So the game could have went either way. It all boiled down to a 4th and 3 and a half, and pulled out the right play. Once again, that's what Matt Campbell teams do. So yeah, if K-State would have got the ball back, they probably would have scored and won the game. But that didn't happen. I did end up cashing Hawaii to make it a 1-1 day for that. But overall, I went 4-2. Preseason is like shooting fish out of the barrel. Well, at least it was yesterday for me. So yeah, got it done overall.
I was on K-State as well. You just tossed it up to that's the same team they always are. In big games, disappointing. Just when you think you can trust them, you can't. And all the expectations on that team, throw them out the window. It's really just that simple. So, shout out Iowa State. They've shown over the years, man, in them tough, gritty gut games, they're the better team. And that's who they were yesterday. So I was on the wrong side. Shout out Iowa State. I'm 0-1 to start college football. I don't like that. Looking to bounce back next week, week 1.
What is that? 3 straight against K-State?
I think it's like
3 straight wins, right?
I think it's 3 straight, but I think it's also like 6 of 7 or 5 of 6, something like that. They've been beating up on them boys. I really thought yesterday was the turn.
He owns climbing.
It is what it was, man.
I did too, and I made some extra juice with the money line. So, yeah. But yeah.
Brian B, good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Yeah, I can't complain. 3-2 yesterday. I was glad I jumped off of K-State like maybe 2 days before or something like that. I mean, it could have gone either way, but I felt like a field goal game there in that one. But Hawaii impressed me coming back from an early deficit. They actually have a defense, or maybe that's just Stanford's poor offense that we saw. But I enjoyed that game. It was entertaining, and the Dream just kicking the crap out of the Liberty. That was a good one yesterday. So looking forward to today. Today's card's not as nice, but, you know, there's opportunities out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, there are. I was 1-1 yesterday. I had K-State in college football. I had the Dream in the WNBA. So 1-1 for me. They beat up on the Liberty. Play of the day for me yesterday went to number 8 for Hawaii. Oh my God. That interception was insane. I said, oh my. He saved the game with that one. I kind of like Hawaii this year. They got a quarterback that got a little swag to him. Defense looked okay. We'll see how good they're going to be situationally. And, it is Stanford, even though a lot of people kind of high on Stanford with Reich and Luck over there. I don't know, still Stanford. But I thought it was solid week 0. It was okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. I would rather have that than nothing.
First one's free. That's what that is.
Yeah.
First one's free for them to come back next week in droves.
Fair enough. Hey, that's how it be. So, shout out college.
Next week is Ohio State. You have to jump on them early.
Oh, here you go.
Just messing with you.
Hook 'em, baby. We'll see how that game plays out next week, man. Anything else y'all thought was just interesting from yesterday? Let me see. What happened in baseball? Red Sox beat up on the Yankees.
The Red Sox killed the Yankees.
Yeah. Mashed them boys yesterday.
Out of all the years that this rivalry is going on, I don't think the Red Sox have ever won 7 straight against the Yanks. I can't remember that. And, I've been around for this rivalry.
Yeah.
So, this is not the best Red Sox team, but they're feisty. So
they're playing with some swag.
Go figure.
Sox playing with some swag. My Rangers actually scored some offense yesterday as they beat up on the Guardians 10-0. I was thoroughly surprised to see that happen. Other than that, I don't think it was just nothing that was just like, oh my God. Padres beat the Dodgers. Shout out to Padres. Let's do it, fellas. Let's do it. Let's talk about today. We start our day in Major League Baseball. First game on the board today is the Colorado Rockies. They are out on the road facing the Pittsburgh Pirates. I see Brown on the mound for the Rockies. Skeens Day. Paul. Pirates -350. A -2.5 on the run line. Sheesh. Total 7.5 here in this one. We got the Cardinals and the Rays. Liberatore versus Pepio. Rays $1.35 at home at the crib. Astros, Orioles, Spaghetti, Arrighetti on the mound for Houston. Mr. Rogers on the mound for the Orioles. I think he's earned the name Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is on the mound today. And the last one we'll talk about in this slot is the Atlanta Braves at home at the crib. Bryce Elder on the mound for them. David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. Mr. Rundown, Ron the Don Romanelli. What we doing to start the day?
I'm going to lay the 2.5 with the Pirates with Skeens. I think that there's nothing that tells me this game is going to be any different than what we've seen in this series. McCade Brown makes his debut, hasn't pitched past AA ball. He pitched 43 innings of AA with a 3.14 ERA. Good strikeout numbers, but the control's an issue. A lot of walks given up in both single and AA. So now you move it to the major league level. I think that this is going to be a short outing. Then you get into that Rockies bullpen, which is one of the worst in baseball. You've got one of the best pitchers in baseball who's looking to pad those stats to lock up the Cy Young in the National League, where he's already a heavy favorite. I think it's a good spot for another Pirates blowout win. They've been great at home this season, 38-30 straight up. So give me Pittsburgh laying the 2.5 runs to get a reasonable price.
Is everybody named Mama not on the Pirates today, though? Is this not in every single parlay today?
That's fine by me.
Every square in the world has the Pirates today.
Everybody on the planet has Pirates today.
I'll cash it with them.
Fair. Javon, how you feeling? First slot of the day.
I really want to go the other way, but it's a no play for me. I can't do it just based off of what's going on in this series. So Paul Skeens is, he's gonna rebound from that performance he had in Colorado where he got touched up, and I think he shuts down this Rockies team. But on the other side, I understand the Pirates will put up some runs, but they're not reliable. They're not a reliable lineup. So I want to go the other way on the run line, maybe +2, but I'm not going to touch it. But what I will touch is the over in the Nationals Phillies game. Ranger Suarez on the mound. It hasn't looked so good in his last handful of starts. Jake Irvin, he's Jake Irvin. He's going to give up some runs. And, with the conditions, what was it? Was there a chance of rain in this game? I'm not sure. Out of that, the conditions should be set for a nice overplay. Yesterday, depending on what number you got, either won or pushed. Maybe I don't know if it got to 10.5. But if you took that on the first 5, it was a casher. I know because that was a Stendhal clip play for yesterday, and we had that 6.5, and it hit 7. And that happened in the 4th and 5th inning. So I'll take the over full game. It's at 9.5. I'm comfortable with that.
Fair enough. Brian B., how we feeling here in this first slot of the day?
I try to keep it to 1 pick per slot. I don't want to draw it out, but this slot looks interesting to me. I just got to take the Rockies +2.5 here. Every guy in the world has the Pittsburgh Pirates. I like Paul Skeens. He's the best pitcher in baseball, but you don't always give him the best run backing behind him. I think with 2.5, you're pretty safe. At 2.5, I think you're laying -120. So I like a lean to the Rockies plus the 2.5. And I'm going to take the Houston Astros on the money line. Eric Getty has looked like crap. And Trevor Rogers, definitely his rookie cards that I have stacked away might start to gain some value here. But I think once you get in that Baltimore bullpen, they have a tendency of blowing games. They've done it all year. I'll take the Astros on the money line plus money there.
Go ahead. Take the Rockies, Jay.
I am. 2.5.
I'm ready for I've got a rebuttal prepared when you're done. So go ahead.
2.5, 1.5 at plus money. I really want to go money line. I just don't know if I got the balls to do it.
Yeah, pull out the extendo clip on this one. -2.5.
I don't know.
That's the ballsy.
Skeens. Here's the thing. Skeens is Skeens. He's the second best pitcher in baseball. It wouldn't shock me if the Rockies came in here and were hot ass all of baseball. But do you think Skeens is going 9? And I know the Pirates have been good offensively in this series, but my argument is the same argument I've had all year with the Pirates. I don't trust them offensively. Flat out. I don't trust them offensively. So Skeens could come out here and go 8 innings, 0 earned, and this game be 0-0. So serious, like. So I'm playing the odds. You give me 2.5 in my back pocket at even money, sign me up. Rockies can very well get cranked. They very well could get cranked. It wouldn't shock the hell out of me, but it also wouldn't shock me if this game was 0-0 in the 8th. So
it would shock me. I'd be stunned.
Prepare to be stunned.
Well, you've got already the worst team in baseball, one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball history, going with a starting pitcher that has not pitched outside of AA for already an organization that's got the worst pitching in the league. He's making his debut in a series the Pirates have already dominated. They play well at home. You've got the best pitcher in baseball up against a lineup that is solid. I think he's the best, but solid. You got a lineup in the Rockies that's solid at Coors Field, but it's been dreadful on the road. If this was a different team, not the Pirates, if it's any other team, they would be -450, -500. That's the way that this is a minor league team up against the best pitcher in Major League Baseball.
I agree with you, but his team can't hit.
They've hit plenty this series.
They have.
Against better. They faced serviceable veterans, Freeland and Senzatella. You think Senzatella is bad? Why do you think Senzatella has been in the major league level this entire season? Because there's nobody behind him in the minor leagues that can go up and be better. So now you've got McCade Brown coming in. I mean,
man, Rich Hill, man. Call Dallas Keuchel. Call.
Do you see this guy's numbers in Double A and Single A? Like 1.60 ERA, a 1.07 WHIP, 12.8 strikeouts per nine. I mean, he's not and this Pirates lineup isn't. A
Double A lineup is not a major league.
I know, but we're talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates. But
a Pirates team, they've scored 14 runs in this series.
Yeah. I'm not telling you to take the money line here with the Rockies.
They used them all. They ran out. See? Anything else I like here? Not really. I would lean Orioles. You know, when I see Spaghetti Arrighetti, I fade his ass. It's one of my favorite things to do with baseball is fade him. Orioles, they're dangerous now that they're done, cooked, finito. Keep losing, Astros. Keep losing.
Stay away from my Orioles. I don't want you on those guys.
I've kind of been on the Orioles train this week. Oddly enough, I've been on them this week. I like them today too. Mr. Rogers has been as good as anybody. Mr. Rogers been dealing. It's the reason this line looked like it looked. So, and I'm just going. If there was my square, be with the squares plays today, it's the Orioles because I know all the squares.
You know what? My one really good friend of mine, close personal friend, he's one of the biggest squares that I know, and he has the Orioles in a massive play today. So, to me, I don't know. I think he's going to get smushed, but we'll see.
All the squares on the Orioles today. That's it for me here in this first slot. The next slot features the Nationals and the Phillies. We have Jake Irvin versus Suarez on the mound in this one. We have Seth Lugo versus Jack Flaherty in Royals Tigers. We have Blue Jays Marlins in Miami. Yuri Perez versus Kevin Gausman, 7.5. I know Mitch will be on the Marlins in this one for sure. For sure. Fuck Gausman. And 1, 2, 3, White Sox Twins. Todd Bradley versus Gomez. Is this Bradley's first start for the Twins?
Yep.
I didn't even know he was over there until this morning. Javon, how are you feeling here in this slot, my man?
Neither did I, but hey, you see Taj Bradley making his first start of the season and and for the Minnesota Twins. Oh, it's a lovely time to fade him. Now this line has crossed zero. It was what was it? What did it start at? Somewhere in the plus 120s.
Yep, plus 120. Yeah.
Yeah. So heavy actions coming on the White Sox in this one. So if you're looking for value, you're not exactly going to find it. But I don't think it matters. I think that the White Sox get the job done in this one. I mean, both teams are selling ass right now, and for the season as it is. I'll roll with Yodris Gomez, who's had one decent start, one bad start. I think against this AAA lineup, he should have a decent start and then bring it to a bullpen who will close out the deal. And I will be backing the White Sox in this one. I would actually like to back him on the external clip, but I'm not going to go that far.
Fair. Brian B.
Yeah, I think if you're going to back a big favorite today and go minus 2.5, you'd probably take the Phillies with Ranger on the mound. Jake Irvin's been slammed last 2 starts, I believe, and I think the Phillies should be able to score some runs off of him. But my circle play is probably in Miami Marlins on the money line. Again, plus money with Yuri Perez, who hasn't looked great lately over his half dozen or so starts, but he's got good stuff. Gausman on the road and laying this kind of juice. Blue Jays' last road game heading home, get out of town day. I'll take the Marlins.
With Brian, man. Me and Brian are on the same court recently. It's kind of weird.
It's all right. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, you're right. Word for word, bar for bar, really. I'm on the Marlins in the same similar spot. Just don't like the Jays. Finna head back home. Good plus money price here with Yuri. Gausman on the road. I don't necessarily trust him same way at home. You know, I'm typically a Gausman guy. I like Gausman probably more than most. I just don't like him in this spot. I told y'all 3 weeks ago I have a problem, and that problem is going to be betting the Marlins for the remainder of the season. So I'm just kind of keeping it rolling here. Just when you think you can trust him, he gets blown up. It's a Marlins spot, I think. Tigers Royals. What's the Tigers record post All-Star break?
They are 4 games above 500, or 5 games above 500.
Their recent form though, 9-1 in the last 10. So
I don't know, man.
This next series in Sacramento is going to be a bludgeon. They can get swept. Scuba tomorrow. That's a preview.
Whatever. You don't even believe that for her.
I'm taking the A's on the rundown tomorrow. Everybody, get ready.
All the comments are gonna come in.
Run, bro. Oh my god, bro.
JT Ginn, that's my guy.
Shaking my head. The Tigers ain't done nothing but just be the best team in the American League. Be outright disrespected. They only number win baseball games, and I think that's what they do today. Royals came in this series as hot as can be, playing well. Let me slow y'all down right quick, young blood. I don't know. Am I in love with laying $1.50 with Jack Flaherty? No. Let me just be 1,000% honest. Am I in love with laying $1.50 with Jack Flaherty? No. But with the way the Tigers are playing overall, the recent form, I think the line tells you what you need to know. So it would be Tigers money line, maybe even a run line, and pray their bashes continue to show up. So sign me up here on the best team in the American League. Detroit Tigers.
Not the best team in the American League.
Yes, they are.
Best record in the American League.
Best team. Best record. Same thing.
No, we know that's not true. Or else you would have said the Cavaliers were the best team in the East last year.
That was different.
Oh, that's different, but this is not, because I'm Jay and I get to make the rules. Here's what I'm going to say, Mr. Briggs. That I give the Tigers this win today. I like them. You got Seth Lugo. There's one thing I hate more than the Detroit Tigers, and that's Seth Lugo. So I'll take Detroit on the money line. But this is the last win before 4 straight losses. Skubal, loss. Morton, loss. Casey Mize against the A's in Sacramento, loss. Chris Paddock at KC, that's a loss. 4 straight L's coming up for Detroit. You can parlay them up, but take Detroit today, money line.
You must have forgot the A's forget how to pitch in Sacramento, too.
Not anymore. This is a bolstered rotation. And the offense is in fuego at home.
We'll see.
We will see. They're winning tomorrow. Scoople's done.
Best pitcher of baseball.
4 or 5 runs tomorrow. Scoople gives up.
10 Ks, 1 earned.
Probably 10 K. 5 2/3, 4 earned, 2 homers, 10 strikeouts.
It is Sacramento, so one might get away. I'm gonna say 1 earned, and it's a home run, and it's like in the second. That's it. 6-3 total Tigers.
No. We'll see.
I think if you go out and bet a flat amount like $1,000 on each Oakland, each Athletics versus Tigers, you'll come out in the profit.
Oh yeah,
that's what I would do. I bet the same amount on all the games.
I like that.
That's the wrong team to be paid. That's all I'm saying. I actually like Taj Bradley today against the White Sox. Why? I don't know. White Sox been really profitable at home. Twins been free falling. Twins sold everything at the deadline. Am I really in love with laying juice on the road? No. But I kind of like Bradley. I do. I'm typically a Bradley guy. I was really surprised to see him on the Twins this morning. It's not a premium. This is not nothing I'm telling y'all to go bet for real. I'm just telling y'all I would lean Twins, and I kind of want to put a couple dollars on it because there's not really a whole lot of action today. I only have one play at the moment. It's in the dub. But that's it for me here in the slot run. How you feeling?
Yeah, I still like the Tigers over Seth Lugo. Lugo's really struggling recently, so I think they get to him. And Flaherty's been pretty good at Comerica, I will say, even though still not a profitable pitcher overall. More so his struggles have been on the road. And I like Miami as well. I think Perez has been pitching well at Lone Depot. The Marlins were competitive yesterday, and we're getting plus money. I think it's going to be another competitive game. I don't necessarily love Gausman on the road. Blue Jays have lost a good amount of his starts recently, so give me Miami.
We keep it rolling. We head to the next slot, which features the Giants and the Brewers. In this one, it is Robbie Ray for the Giants. I see undecided for Milwaukee. We got the Guardians and the Rangers. This is Gavin Williams versus Merrill Kelly. Did the Rangers use all of their offense yesterday? Maybe. Cubs Angels, Taillon versus Hendricks, and Reds Diamondbacks, Singer versus Zach Gallen. Sorry. Brian, how you feeling? You're muted.
Damn it. I hate when I do that, which is rare. You got to put respect on my – that's the first time anybody's got me in a while. You got to put respect on my guy, Zach Gallen here. He's had a couple good starts in a row. He's starting to turn the corner, I think. And Diamondbacks at home, I think we got two teams going in opposite directions here. Normally, I don't like to lay juice in baseball, but minus 135, not too bad here. I think Arizona gets it done.
I don't know.
Don't you know?
Zach Gallen, man.
Nabil Chris matches threw like 4 scoreless against the Reds.
I know, but it's like
if you look at his last 4 starts, I mean,
he's been very solid.
I mean, his last 2, he gave no. I'm not going to let y'all do that. Giving up
the Reds can't hit.
He gave up 3 to the Rangers and the Guardians, who can't hit either. That's not a great start.
It's a step in the right direction.
Ooh.
It is, and now you got a Reds team that cannot hit. They cannot hit.
I don't know.
They can't hit. They refuse.
I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm not making a case for the Reds. I don't know if I'm making a case for Zach Gallen at minus $1.35. Diamondbacks are playing well. I'm typically a Gallen guy, but y'all know I jumped off that wagon way early this year, and I'm glad I've stayed off of it. So, is this the time to get back on? Brian and Ron kind of telling me so. I don't know. He pitched good today. I'll stop calling him Zach Gallen.
He pitched good today. You're not going to get him at this kind of price in the future.
Yeah, I think he'll go 6, give up 1 run.
Imagine going into the year, we're going to say you can get Zach Gallen at home against a starting pitcher that's got an ERA in the 6s on the road this season and a team that cannot hit, and you're going to get him at 130, 135. Sign me up.
You did it. I'll take the Diamondbacks. Come on, Zach Gallen. I'm a Zach Gallen guy. Y'all know this. Los Serpientes, all that. Y'all haven't really heard me say a lot of this year because they've been trash. They've been better recently. Come on, Zach Fallen. I'll stop calling you that. Small lean Rangers minus 120 plus or maybe even a run line. I'm just a little nervous that they used all their runs from yesterday. I'm really nervous. I'm so serious. The vibes were really good in the stadium yesterday. You had the, like unveiling of the Beltray, statue, so the vibes are really cool. So it wasn't surprised that they came in there and busted them up the way they did. I don't trust the Guardians on the road. I told y'all, I've been saying it for the last 2 weeks. The Rangers, bro, I hate what they're going to do to me as a fan for the next month. I wish they would just pick a side. Either they're going to push for the playoffs or they're going to die. They're not going to do either. They're going to stay in this little teeter-totter range and rip my heart out and string this out to the last game of the year. It's annoying. They're playing well at home, where they played well all season, and I think they continue to do so. I think they pull out the brooms. A little nervous they use all their runs. And if they do win, it might be a sweat. So just know that. But I'm a lean Rangers. Ron, how you feeling?
Yeah, I like Arizona. Like I said, I think it's a good spot and good price. Cincinnati's just a fade for me, especially on the road. I mean, I just think that this, you give credit for Cincinnati for being competitive this year, but I do think they are one of the more overrated teams in terms of teams with a winning record. I think the Mets have that wild card spot locked up, and I think Arizona is going to jump them in the standings by the end of the year because this is still a very solid Diamondbacks offense, and their bullpen's been better as of late. So I'll take Diamondbacks money line.
Jovan, how are you feeling?
Yeah,
That was a sweat.
so I'm looking at this Cincinnati, Arizona under first 5 at 4.5. You're getting plus 105. I like it. These two pitchers matched up earlier, I think in June, and there's a 4-2 final, 2-2 at the end of 5. So it cashed both ways. So the way these two pitchers are pitching as of right now, I'll take a shot at the under first 5 at that price. And I will also be on the Dodgers and San Diego Padres under as well. It's just a situation where
we're not to that one yet.
We're not? Jeez.
Flat. It's all good. We start there,
Jumping the gun.
It's all good. Dodgers, San Diego. Nick Pivetta versus Yamamoto. We got Logan Gilbert and the A's. Logan Gilbert and the Mariners, versus Lopez and the A's. And Sunday Night Baseball, Carlos Rodon versus Dustin May. Does the Red Sox dominance continue? The books got the Yankees $1.65 right now currently. I'm up first here in this slot. I would lean Yankees. And y'all know me, if I'm playing Yankees, it's run line. If this ain't the spot they wake up and dominate some shit, they're done, cooked, finito. That's my thoughts. It's just really no better spot for them to wake up. Sunday Night Baseball at home, Yankee Stadium, been dominated by the Red Sox. Dustin May's not that good. Carlos Rodon has been... I really only like backing Rodon and French fries when I'm backing the Yankees. And I've had success betting the Yankees. Y'all can't even lie. When Jay on the Yankees, it's usually a good spot. And I kind of feel like that today. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees. I'm going to lean Yankees in the final game. And I tell you all the time, I love playing home team Sunday Night Baseball. So just kind of sticking with my themes. Mariners, A's, money line. Mariners, keep on losing, bro. Just like y'all always do this time of year. It's really comical. It's really funny how this team does this every year. I could not be a Seattle Mariners fan. I could not be it. Y'all got some pretty thick skin just to watch your team play solid all season. And then right when it come down to the end of the year, you just know this team is finna crumble. Mm-mm. Athletics for me there. And somebody who's actually woke up and done something, who's actually said, you know what, we've had enough of this shit. The Padres, shout out to him, man. I'm kind of liking the vibes in San Diego right now, and I'm on San Diego tonight. Dodgers back to a losing record on the road. It's Padres for me here. I think the Padres are I named them the hype train, one of the hype train teams a week and a half ago. This team quietly kept is playing some of the best baseball in baseball. And the only real hiccup they had was against the Dodgers, who always give them hiccups, who they always struggle against, but they play well this series. I don't know. Dodgers. Padres, I'm on the Padres. Ron, how you feeling? Close out baseball.
Yeah, I mean, San Diego really went for it at the deadline. They bolstered an already really good bullpen. They've got some key bats in the lineup for a lineup that wasn't the strongest, but still may not be. It's a lot better now though, and they've already got a good rotation. I mean, they've got a guy like Nick Pivetta having a career year. So why not San Diego? I think, they've been such a good home team, and even the Dodgers' road record's even worse than that, because I think a couple of those wins on the road were those Japanese series wins against the Cubs, I believe, at least one of them. So I got to go with San Diego as well. I agree. I think that even if Pivetta and Yamamoto cancel out, I think San Diego's got the much better bullpen, obviously playing with a lot of momentum. So I'll take the Padres, and then I've got to roll my Athletics, a team I'm really looking for next year to make some noise. This is a really underrated offense. I think the pitching will be fine. They've got some good young arms, including Jacob Lopez, who's turned out to be one of the more profitable pitchers in baseball recently. I mean, the A's have won a ton of his starts as of late, and the A's have been crushing lefties and righties in the month of August. Not so much in this series at the pitcher-friendly ballpark, but good enough to pick up the win yesterday. And Gilbert's been inconsistent, so at this kind of price, I got to roll with the Athletics on the money line.
Fair enough. Jovan, how are you feeling, my man?
Yeah, so it's Dodgers and Padres in this one. 7-2 to the under in the last 10 in this series. Both games in this one. Oh, well, hold on. This is a 4-game set. Am I correct? Let's see. No, it's a 3-game set. So yeah, the under's cashed in both of these. Blake Snell, Darvish on Friday, and then yesterday with Glasnow and Cortez. Cortez pitched a hell of a game. So I expect nothing else but runs being under premium in this one. So that's the long and the short of it there. And then I will be on the Yankees. I mean, just one of those deals where the Yankees have the pitching advantage in this one. Dealing with, a Red Sox team was red hot. They've won 7 straight against the Yanks. Will they get the 4-game sweep? That's the question. I don't actually think so. But, the Red Sox are in a completely better form at this point. But prior to the series, the Yankees, were doing some good things. So, look, I don't want to go against my team on a personal level. But, I see enough advantages with the Yankees in this one to salvage one game in this one.
Fair enough. Ryan B, close out baseball for us. How you feeling?
Yeah, I agree with most of the guys here. I think the most obvious pick is just to take the San Diego Padres on the money line. They've overperformed at home, 43-21, excellent. I think once you get past the starting pitchers, Padres bullpen definitely much better. And then you got the road record of the Dodgers, just don't perform well on the road. So at this price, got to take San Diego. And if you want a super square parlay, it should cash 100%. Take the Yankees. You team it up with the Phillies on the run line. I just don't see how those two teams are not going to kick some butt today.
Real quick, let me modify my Yankees play. I had a brain freeze. I don't take money lines at minus 170. So let me modify that. It's a run line play. Just wanted to add that.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That's baseball, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3 games from the WNBA. We got the Seattle Storm laying 8.5 points on the Washington Mystic. Total 158.5. We have the Valkyrie out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Wings. Take trash ass. Total 159.5. And Fever, Lynx 11.5 point home favorites. We're on the done. You're up first here in the dub. How we feeling?
Yeah, I'm going to lay the lumber with the Lynx. I think that it was a slow start for them in that last game against Indiana. Indiana was red hot from the perimeter to start that game, but once the Lynx found their game, it was all Minnesota second half, and they had a 14-point lead that was their largest. They blew the lead and still were able to cover the closing number, laying 4.5. But this time, I think we see a one-sided victory, especially at home where they played really well. I think it's a 15-plus victory for Minnesota, so I'll lay the points.
Jovan, how we feeling in the dub tonight or today? Day games.
I mean, I wish I could talk about another game, but it's going to have to be the Lynx along with Romanelli in this one, for much of the reasons why he said. And it just seems like this season, this was supposed to be one of those seasons where the Fever has so much promise. I mean, it's still over 500. Don't get me wrong, but this was a season where they were supposed to take it to the next level. And with the injuries, the injury for Caitlin Clark, it hasn't been that. It hasn't been a bad season. They have been able to hold down the fort, and they did, have a strong showing in that last game. But yeah, I could see this being a wipe down situation for the Lynx. With this being a home and home situation. So yeah, it'll be Minnesota for me. And I really don't like, laying that much with the Lynx, but given the circumstances, I would say yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, I think it's a strong card in the WNBA. I definitely can bet every game on the board. I'll start out with the Dallas Wings plus the points. I think people will be attracted to Golden State even with 3 straight losses at their 21-14 ATS mark. And the team has 18 wins compared to 9 with the Dallas Wings. So I think people are going to be really making love here to Golden State. Well, I'm going to take Dallas to get the outright win. I like Minnesota as the better play of the two, though. Lynx at home. I think they take the Fever out to the woodshed. Last game was a little bit closer, but I think Minnesota will start to get back into form.
Y'all humping up on them Lynx today. I don't like it.
Fever are like the Yankee. I mean, they're not a big city, Indiana, but everybody likes betting the Fever, even without Caitlin Clark.
I don't like how y'all just humping up on the Lynx. I really want to argue with y'all, but I'm not going to do it.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a wise decision.
Yeah. I don't love the spot for either team. Lynx coming off, pretty significant road trip. They just played 4 of their last 5 on the road. But it's the same thing for Indiana. They just played 4 of their last 5 at home. Now heading to Minnesota, where Minnesota's been dominant, is not the best spot. Injury report wise, Collier still out, Cunningham out, Caitlin out. I just think I would want to go Fever.
Good. Go ahead, take them. What do you think they need to shoot from the perimeter to cover this spread?
That's what I'm saying. Like in Minnesota, they would have to play perfect.
Because they shot 65% from 3 and lost by 5.
They would have to play perfect. But it also feels like one of them games where if you're on Minnesota, like it could be a 10-point win and everybody's sad. Because 10 points is still a really good win. It's still a dominant home win. It's still, I don't know. And that's how the game played out the other night, where Indiana jumped out to the huge lead. Minnesota then came back, jumped out to a huge lead, and the Fever kind of walked them down right back into the cover. It was on the road, though. All right, I'm done talking. I don't have the balls to do it. I can't play Indiana, and I can't tell you how to even think about it. I'll take the. Give me the over here in this one. Sidewise, I'm cool on this one too. It's tough. I can argue both sides. I think the Valkyrie are the better team. I could argue the bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game angle for the Wings. These two teams play next week on the 4th. They play, or next Thursday. They play Thursday, same night Thursday Night Football is. They play that night in Golden State. Give me the Wings. I'm gonna take the Wings. And now, theory: Wings win here. We're gonna be back on the Valkyrie that Thursday night in the revenge game at home where we love them. So I didn't love the way the Wings looked in that last game whatsoever. But the line is telling me Wings and Mystic Storm. I would lean towards an under 158.5. I just don't think Washington has the offense that they used to. They were already not a great offensive team. And then now, just look at how they've played the recent 3 games against some pretty bad competition. So, under for me here. I just don't see a whole lot of points being scored. And that's it. That's all. We did it. We did it. We covered all 18 games on the card. Beautiful money-making Sunday. I read your comments yesterday. Y'all cried. Y'all begged. I said, Jay, this format's ass. On days like this, where it's just baseball and WNBA, it's fairly easy to do this. But I just want y'all to remember that with college football Saturday with a million games on the card, NFL Sunday, plus baseball still going on, this show can get real long on those days. And, we have a life.
I know what we can do. I know what we can do, Jay. Don't worry. I'll help you.
So, know.
You tell those guys 1 pick per segment. That's it. And we'll get right through it. Trust me. We'll do it. Kick some ass.
Well, I think it's also less about that and more of the on-screen graphics that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a lot of graphics to do for sure. Yeah.
So
definitely.
There's definitely going to be some sacrifices in that department, but I think that'll be okay because everybody wants to hear the banter. And
I know y'all don't mind the longer show. Of course, y'all longer show. Man, of course. But, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Find the right balance between them all. Money making Sunday. Favorite plays over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Those are plays we love the most. Those are plays that we have the most money on, the plays that we're the most comfortable with. Money making Sunday, Ron Romanelli. You've had a really good week. I think you're number 1 last 7.
I'm not sure. I was at some point, but yeah, having a good week.
Having a good week. What you got going on today over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Yep, every day I've got my favorite MLB play. It's called my Ron's Rundown MLB Best Bet, and we've hit 7 straight of those. So it's been a great week in Major League Baseball. Looking for number 8 today. It's not a game that I actually talked about on this show, so something I really like even more than the Pirates and Tigers and Diamondbacks. So check it out at Pick Dawgz Premium. And, a great time to get those long-term plans with the football seasons coming up. I've got my college football and NFL dual season pass. Get you every single premium play I release in college football and the NFL and the CFL, throwing that in as well, from the regular season all the way to the end of the postseason, end of the Super Bowl. So check it out at Pick Dawgz Premium.
Hop on with Ron, the Don, Romanelli. Continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Jovan, what you got going on today?
I got 3 MLB plays. About to make a 3-pack with that. Sean yesterday, 4-2 performance. For the year, well entrenched in the green. At this point of the season, with my most profitable sports up on deck. It's looking like it's going to shape up to be a hell of a finish for 2025, calendar 2025, and last 12 months, also well entrenched in the green. Yeah, jump on something long term if you want to get this money. Let's go.
Up on with Jovan, ladies and gentlemen, and continue to kick the crap out of the books. Brian, what you got going on?
Finally back on track here with a 16-9, 64% all sports run off a winning day yesterday. I got my titanium play in the WNBA where I'm 58-41, 59% on the season. So check that out over at PickDawgz.com. Just $25 gets you that winner.
Hop on with Brian B, ladies and gentlemen. He's been tearing it up, continue to tear it up with my man. For me, as of right this second, I have one WNBA play on the board. I am 1, 2, 3. I want to say I've hit like 4 in a row in the WNBA. It's been a good WNBA week. We had the underdog of the year earlier this week in the dub. It's been a really great WNBA week. So just trying to keep it rolling there. It might be 5 in a row on this play. I should have double checked it, but for the full season on the play, we're 40, 26, and 1. So really good run. Trying to keep it rolling. $25. You can scoop that play up, Pick Dawgz Premium. Probably going to add a baseball play here momentarily. So if you want baseball from me, you can cop it. I didn't have one yesterday, so that means I've hit 4 of my last 5 on my top play in baseball. Yeah, so trying to make it 5 of 6 today. Scoop it up. Pick Dawgz Premium. Money making Sunday. Parlay time. Parlay. Parlay. Parlay, parlay, parlay. Y'all are funny, bro. Y'all know my mannerisms. That shit cracks me up. Round the done. What we like to?
I'm going to go chalk parlay. Let's go Diamondbacks, Tigers, Pirates, money line.
That's you with the squares today.
I don't think it's square. Cincinnati's a public dog. You're on the Rockies, so that's square. And then Tigers is probably a little square. So
I am neither square nor sharp. I say that all the time.
You're an enigma. You're just you're a pigment of our imagination.
A chameleon is what he is.
Exactly. Some days I'm with the squares. Some days I'm with the sharps. Depends.
I think Jay. I listen. Me and Jay we disagree a lot. You're a very fine handicapper. I don't need to. I don't mean to disagree with you all the time, but
no.
We play around.
Yeah, we just be jabbing. Has anyone ever met a sharp? Hey, yeah, I know plenty of. I know not plenty. I know a few sharp. They're really so.
You got a sharp on the show. Brian's a sharp.
Here's the thing.
No.
Here's
I'm
the
contrarian.
thing. Here's the thing. There's really not a such thing as a sharp. There's really sharp numbers, and sharps bet sharp numbers. So it's like a lot of time. If for us, what we do is kind of hard to be sharp because we're trying to give our clients the same bet we're getting, and so like the sharps are what move the number. So the sharps are betting early in the week. The line come out on Monday. They already bet it for the next following Sunday, and they move the line. That's what a sharp is. You get me? So the people that are betting day of, they're not really sharp. They're sharp chasers, and those are the people I love fading. I love fading sharp chasers. Oh, my God.
At the end of the day, on this show, these 4 guys and a lot of our guys, it don't matter what, square, sharp, whatever you want to call it, we cash tickets, and that's what matters. So.
Bingo. Square. Anyways, Javon. What you got going on?
I got 2. We hit the pinstripe 2-teamer. That'll be the Yankees and the White Sox because they do sometimes don pinstripes. Then we got a 3-teamer, or it's a 2-teamer with an option for a third. Nationals, Phillies over, Reds, Diamondbacks under first 5, Dodgers, and that's the optional. Dodgers, Padres under.
Jovan. Brian, what we doing with parlay today?
I got two. I got my Captain Obvious parlay. That would be the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Pirates on the money line. Parlay those together. And my regular parlay would be the Miami Marlins, Dallas Wings on the money line, and the Arizona Diamondbacks money line.
Okay. I think today's baseball is super tough. So I'm gonna give you all three games that I like that probably just don't make my premium area today. Those three games would be the Baltimore Orioles minus $1.50. Mr. Rogers, Spaghetti Arroghetti, fading his ass. It would be my Rangers against the Guardians. The reason they're just not probably making the premium today is I'm scared of they used all their runs yesterday, but I do feel like they are the right play today. And the third one would be the Padres, Nick Pivetta and them boys. The reason I'm nervous and it's probably not a premium is I'm scared the way they play the Dodgers more often than not, but I believe it's the right play because of how successful they've been at home and how terrible the Dodgers been on the road. 3-team. Let's see if we can do it. Money making Sunday. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, be back to weekday format. It'll be me, Chris, Costi, and making his return back to the show, Mr. Jeremy Kahn, fresh off of surgery. So good to have Jeremy back on a Monday talking some baseball. So be there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else up top of my head. I don't think so. Ron, Jovan, Brian, any final words before we get out of here?
Just want to say, we're excited for our Circa Pool entry. I know we've mentioned a few times in the shows and social media, but PickDawgz has our own Circa entry this year in the pool. Every week, we're going to have our Google form with all the games and our community. You guys will pick, what your picks against the spread each week. And whichever 5 sides have the highest consensus, those are the plays we're going to send off to the Circa contest, and we're going to try to win it. When we win, we're going to donate the winnings to charity. So really excited, doing this in Mitch's honor. He would always enter the Circa pool. Really excited about it, and it's going to be a nice way to enjoy the football season with all you guys. So it's not going to be any of the handicappers picks, but all our community. You guys vote every week, and there'll be more details for that, more information soon.
Real quick, for the comments. Yeah, that's why I'm rarely involved in Red Sox games. That's why I never put them on the premium side or anything like that, because when I fade my team, yeah, they sometimes they do fall.
Fair. Brian, any final words?
One game on mine up for Saturday is my Temple Owls on the road at UMass. Temple Owls, one of the worst teams in college football, but they're laying 2.5, and I might jump in on that early. I think they're going to roll UMass here. Go Temple Owls.
That's Romanelli team right there. You back on them UMass boys this year, Ron?
I've got the hat back there. You can barely see it, but yeah, give me the Minutemen.
You're going to get crushed this week.
I haven't even looked at that game, so.
Fair. All right, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. See y'all throughout the week. Check out everybody's individual content. The rundown. If you ain't watching the rundown every day, you're not betting baseball correctly. Check out the extendo clip with Jovan, man. If you're not watching that, trying to find you some value on an extended play on some plus money value on the table, you're not doing it right. And with football coming back, it will be football oriented as well, not just baseball, and basketball as well. So be on the lookout for that. Brian's Take It to the Bank. Self-explanatory.
I'll be with you guys on Tuesday and Thursday hanging out. So check it out.
There you go. Brian's on the weekday show Tuesday and Thursday. Ron's on Wednesday, sometimes more. So that's it. That's all. See y'all then. See me throughout the week. Money making Sunday. Calm before the storm.